Mary Road Channel's app podcast.
What are we doing here?
A podcast.
A podcast.
We're using our voices to create an app via AI technology. No. It's a podcast, married couple talking about some movies and TV shows. My name is Moose.
And I'm Jody.
We're the aforementioned married couple.
We are married.
A lot of times this is the best part of the day, right? Like, this is kind of fun.
This is fun.
This.
I like doing this too because, you know, we like to share our opinions about these art forms that we watch.
Yes.
On the blinking box.
The blinking box of entertainment. Let's begin, shall we?
Shall we?
With, real quick, The Lowdown.
Yes.
An FX show on Hulu. I don't know how they always say like FX on Hulu, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, anyway. So, Ethan Hawke, it's a TV show. It's from the creator of Reservoir Dogs. Reservation Dogs, excuse me. And this is a show that I should like. Because he's like this kind of, you know, frumpy, small town, thinks he's an investigative journalist type for some podunk rag newspaper. And there's some big corporate entity in town that just bowls over everybody. And he's got some big... Anyway, you got Keith David in it, who's always great.
Yes.
But just nothing about it's really like sucked me in.
I know.
Right?
Same. Yes, I should like this one too because... Like, I love those, you know, kind of, you know, it almost has like an Aaron Brockovich feel. It's like somebody digging into corruption and something big, bad corporation doing something they shouldn't be doing.
Right.
And like the underdog kind of wins.
Yeah.
I love those, you know.
Yeah, it's very much like it. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. And like, I feel like I saw this character and I think that Ethan Hawke did a good job with this character, but I don't know, nothing about it just stuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just didn't do anything.
No, good touch on the Ethan Hawke. Like, he's fine. He's doing a great job. You know, the character's interesting, but nothing about the show. It's like, and I think you brought this up while we were watching it. It's like, what is this about?
Right.
And all I can gather, and we watched 3 episodes, I think. And look, these days, if you don't have me interested by episode 2, I'm out.
I know, right? Our time is precious.
Yeah. And to put it simply, it feels like it's a David versus Goliath thing, but they haven't really sunk the teeth in on that.
Yeah, they didn't really set the stage for me, you know, or hook me in. So, I don't know. I just found it boring. If you didn't move it along in 3 episodes, I'm going to move along.
So The Lowdown... I don't know if this was 2007 and there was nothing else on, I'd probably watch this, but not these days.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So sad. Our attention span has gotten so small.
Well, I don't think it's about attention span. I think it's more that there's just more good stuff out there. It's a big buffet now of good quality TV and movies, mostly TV.
Yeah.
Whereas in 2007, 2008, pretty much all you had was Breaking Bad.
Also, yeah, I mean, you're right. We our priorities shift and change too.
Yeah.
Our TV viewing, watching time is a very small window now. We have less time to do that, so we have to be pretty selective. You know, that's why we tell people what we like, what we don't like, because maybe they only have a little bit of time to watch TV too.
Yeah, so. That's kind of the gist of the podcast is let's help you cut through the muck and find what works for you. But yeah, The Lowdown, it's a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
Moving on to a movie, Frankenstein, the Guillermo del Toro version. Interesting. This was released in theaters for 3 weeks. And then put on Netflix, and that's strictly an Academy Awards thing. Apparently, it has to be in theaters for at least 3 weeks before it can be considered for nomination.
Okay.
But anyway, this is Guillermo del Toro's version of Frankenstein, the classic tale. You know, there's the Boris Karloff version from, 1939, 1941, something like that.
Sure.
Love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Frankenstein, like the iconography of it all. It's alive, you know, the castle, Karloff with his, you know, iconic look and makeup and the way he, you know, acted. So a little different take. There are some similarities to the Mary Shelley book, but they took some liberties.
Sure.
You got Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi. Do I have that name right? Who plays the monster?
Elordi.
Yeah, Mia Goth is in there.
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Frankenstein 2025, it was fine. Nothing about it was game-changing or,
Yeah.
revelatory or new or, obviously you got the new effects and the scenery's great. I'll give them that. The set pieces are divine.
Yeah.
Like, awesome. The clothing, the wardrobe, they'll at least get nominated for, if not set design, wardrobe.
Mm-hmm.
But as a movie, it's just fine.
I just felt like it was flat.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a different take on it. It's always interesting to see people's interpretations of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So I read that in high school and like the story, and I do like seeing how people interpret that and how they kind of take liberties with that and change it into, the Frankenstein that gets, kind of watered down and out there every Halloween,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I always kind of watch them with curiosity and appreciation for the adaptation and the art. Kind of like you said, like the costumes were great.
Yeah.
The scenery was good. The casting was fine. Just the story was just kind of flat. I don't know. It just didn't do anything special there. It wasn't anything like, oh, that was so good and what a great version of that. I mean, it's a version. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I can appreciate they did, and it's been a while since I read the book. I remember really liking the book, too.
Yes.
But, correct me if I'm wrong, this version kind of takes more of a father-son type of thing. And
yeah,
it essentially boils down to he creates the monster, Victor Frankenstein. He hates the monster because it's not lived up to his expectations of what he thought it would be.
Yeah.
A monster gets free, the castle burns down, whatever, and the monster he's trying to hunt down Victor Frankenstein.
Well,
and vice versa. Like they're both kind of.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay, so back up a little bit. He hates the monster. That's kind of understated. Like he was terrible to the monster.
Yeah.
Abusive. And like, you did this to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and then the monster gets free and he kind of goes and learns he has someone who actually kind of cares for him and takes the time to care for him and nurture him. And then he, is able to develop language and learn.
Yeah.
And almost kind of seek him out and hunt him. Then, like the hunted becomes the prey, or the predator. So
right.
I don't know. There's various themes here with like forgiveness and stuff too. And yeah, I don't know. It's a version. It's fine. It's just, I don't know. I didn't really love how it ended. I don't know. Just kind of ended. And
yeah, there wasn't anything that would you walk away. It's nothing really stuck with me on it. The only thing that stuck with me, honestly, is it made me want to watch more movies with those set pieces and that the costumes, and that's maybe not the best thing you want to take away from a movie, but it is something.
Yeah, whatever you take from that piece of art, it's so many different aspects that go into that,
Yeah.
It's not just scenery, it's someone's performance or, the writing itself. That's an art form, the language used and, just all of it. It's all art. And whatever you pull from that, cool.
Absolutely. I want to talk casting and performance real quick. I thought Jacob Elordi, do I have that name right?
I think so.
As the monster. I thought he was great.
Yeah.
I liked the interpretation, the style of the monster,
Sure.
That's always kind of a hit and miss. De Niro played the monster back in the day. I think there was one that came out about 10 years ago. That was a big budget fail. So I thought he was great. I'm an Oscar Isaac fan, but I thought he was miscast as Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah, I didn't like this performance, in particular for this.
He's usually good.
Yeah, it was just a little I don't know, little forced, I think.
I was going to say a little hammy,
yeah,
a little forced, a little over the top at times. Mm-hmm. But I get it. Maybe he's trying to play somebody who's like bordering on maniacal at times because he's so passionate about his work. And I get the motivation. You know, mom died and he wants to be able to bring people back from the dead.
Sure.
But it was just a little bit much. And again, I like Oscar Isaac. I think he's a great actor, but maybe not for this role.
Sure.
Here's a clip from the Frankenstein movie. This is the monster and Victor Frankenstein meet for the first time since parting ways.
Gone! Never! Again will I make something like you, wicked.
The miracle is not that I should speak, but that you would ever listen! If you are not to award me love, then I will indulge in rage. Mine is infinite!
I like that scene. I like, listen! Yeah, shit went down. Mm-hmm. So Frankenstein...
It just sounds like a frustrated mom who's been trying to get her kids to listen.
Because you won't listen.
That's right.
Oh, parenting. So fun. Yeah, real quick, Frankenstein. It's okay.
It was just okay. Yeah. I wanted to love it, but, you know.
Same.
Yeah.
Same girl. Moving on real quickly to a movie that I watched while Jody was falling asleep on the couch. But you caught like the last half hour of it.
What? I did?
Yeah. Yeah, Weapons.
Okay.
It's a movie from A24. I'll tell you this. You're not a big horror fan. This was a great movie. Like, this was fresh and interesting and different. And there's some creepiness. There's a little bit of humor. There's some like, oh, shit, you know, type of moments. But Weapons was really good, and I highly recommend it. Like, I don't even know if I'd call it a horror movie. It's more of a thriller with some kind of scary to it.
I was really asleep because I do not remember this movie.
So the premise is all of a sudden at this middle school, this class of 18 students vanishes from their respective houses in the middle of the night at 2:17 a.m.
Okay.
And they just run out of their house, and they have their arms like affixed, like their body's like an A shape.
Oh, weird. I'm watching this. Yes.
And they just run off.
Okay.
And it's like, what happened to the kids?
Okay.
And there's this like mystery and like maybe some witch stuff going on. Huh. But I thought it was really fascinating. It's from the guy who did that movie Barbarian.
Okay.
Which I think we've talked about a couple times here on the pod. But I highly recommend Weapons. It's got I forget her name, but she played the Uncle Buck's girlfriend. She's in there.
Oh, Shanice.
Shanice, yeah. She was fantastic.
Nice.
But yeah, it's got a decent cast. Josh Brolin, Julia Garner.
Amy Madigan is her name.
Amy Madigan, thank you.
Yes.
But I would highly recommend Weapons. Do you remember anything of that last half hour that you watched?
Nope. Are you sure I was awake?
Spoiler alert coming.
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene where the kids all like rip the witch to shreds at the end, like literally pull her apart?
No.
Okay. Okay. Maybe you're still dozing in and out.
I think I was.
Okay.
I don't think I was watching that at all. This is funny.
I recommend it. I think it's one of the best kind of fresh, thrillery, kind of scary-ish movie I've seen in a while.
Interesting.
Yeah. So definitely check out Weapons. Are you going to try and stay awake for it if I try to watch it again?
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
It is a little weird, but it all works.
Sure.
It all like makes sense and works.
Okay.
You gotta suspend a little belief with like the witch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's worth it though.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. That's a maybe.
That's a maybe for Jody. I'll get smelling salts under you.
You got to start it early. That's all.
Yeah, so I recommend Weapons. Jody, TBD. Moving on to a show we are both watching, Pluribus.
Yes.
With Rhea Seehorn, who was from Better Call Saul. This show is created by Vince Gilligan, who also co-created Better Call Saul, and of course, the aforementioned Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on Apple TV Plus, or it's just Apple TV now, I think. Anyway, the premise is these people monitoring outer space get this message, this signal from deep, 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 deep in outer space.
Mm-hmm.
They are able to put their big brains together to figure it out.
Decipher it.
Turns out it's like a recipe for something.
Yes.
And some labs end up manufacturing this something.
Yes.
And the something gets out of the lab, infects one person, that person intentionally infects another person, and so on and so on. Before you know it, the whole world is infected by this.
Is it a virus? Should we call it a virus?
We'll call it a virus from outer space.
A fungus? Yeah,
I'd say a virus from outer space.
Yeah.
I don't know. So essentially it turns everybody into this hive mind type, happy, everything's great.
Interconnected. Intersharing of all of their knowledge.
Yeah.
So like you're sitting here and you know how to land a plane.
Yeah.
You know?
They literally had like some TGI Fridays waitress flying a plane in one scene.
Yes.
There was a boy pushing a medical cart in a hospital. He's
Crash
all
cart,
of 10 years old.
Yep.
So everybody shares all their knowledge.
Yes.
Everybody knows everything.
They're all happy.
And they all want to please the main character, Carol.
Yes.
Because she is immune from the, quote, joining the virus.
Well, and turns out Carol and about maybe like a dozen others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the world.
Yeah.
Are unaffected.
Yes.
They have their own agency, their own opinions, whereas everybody else in the world does not.
Yeah.
They are essentially, it's kind of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers in a way.
Kind of, yeah.
But not as like, they don't seem malicious. They don't seem like they're evil. It's just like,
I mean, I don't know. They kind of are because so many people died and someone very close to Carol died.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. And there's some interesting points to it. Like if she's very temperamental. She's kind of cranky.
She's very cranky.
There's a couple moments where
she's very unhappy person.
Yeah. She loses her shit at a couple of these joined people.
Yeah.
And when she does get into a rage, they all start convulsing.
Yeah, it like kills them kind of.
It literally kills
or hurts them.
Yeah, it hurts them. And it literally kills at least a few of them around the world when she does that.
Yes.
So that's interesting.
Yes.
But yeah, she's alone, essentially in the United States, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she's in Albuquerque, but
yes. The rest of them are from all over the world, and some of them don't speak English.
The immune.
Her and the 12 others.
Yeah.
Or 11 others, whatever. And yeah. And so it's kind of end of the world with grief, you know?
Yeah.
It's interesting. I feel like this is some sort of, and you and I kind of talked about this, it's some sort of metaphor for something. I just haven't quite kind of figured out what that is yet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if this is a kind of a show that is a statement on something else. I'm not quite sure yet. And I still don't quite have everything figured out. And it is very kind of science fiction-y, so you just kind of have to go with it for a while. So,
and it's very, you know, what it's about, what the metaphor, what's the allegory. I was thinking about this. There's a lot you could do here.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can, you know, compare this to or say what the message is.
Yeah.
Whether it's, you know, not being a cranky shit and appreciating life or, you know, respecting others and how they're different. And it could be a statement about how divided we are as a country, you know?
It is kind of truly what we already know the show to be about is like happiness. What does happiness mean for different people? You know, is this a statement about money? You know, sometimes money, people think money and success are going to make them happy. And, you know, is it a statement about, you know, family quality time and happiness, you know, or whatever drives that happiness for people or that idea of happiness for people. And so I think there's so many things that has a different meaning for everyone personally, you know, and So maybe that's it in and of itself.
And it's an interesting scenario because it's a world where there's no more ambition. There's really no need for money.
Right?
Because everybody's just doing stuff. If they need to fire up electrical plants to keep the power on, they just do that.
Yeah.
There's nobody who's like, well, I need to be paid. It's not my job. They just do it.
They just do it.
They don't kill to consume. They don't kill anything.
They can get them. They can get Carol and the others anything they want.
Yeah.
In fact, there was someone who made kind of they were late to the meeting because they made a ridiculous request for a very special plane, which was Air Force One.
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
And there's another thing, like what would you do if you're in that situation? Like this guy that you mentioned. He's going to fly to this meeting. I want Air Force One.
Right.
And I want 10 models.
Right. What would you ask for?
Will have sex with me.
I don't know what I'd ask for.
I don't know.
At one point, too, Carol asked for something crazy that she doesn't think they'll do.
And they
spoiler, they do it. It happens to be a live grenade.
Yeah.
It's they're not messing around here.
Why are they trying to please her so much?
I think they are buying time because I think they don't want to anger her. I think they know that is the weapon of their demise. And so it's self-serving. And I think they're trying to research. Remember, she said we're getting close to figuring out why.
Why you're immune, Carol.
Yes, and changing that, And so I think they're buying time and not anchoring her because the more that they figure that out, the more they can destroy them.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
So as far as destroying them, episode 2 or 3, she starts trying to sniff out how to find a way to fix it, to change it. And in not the most recent one as of now, but the one before that, let's see, Zosha, this lady who's her kind of primary contact with the joined.
It's like a butler service.
Yeah.
It's like her personal butler.
Yeah, her main footman or whatever. She, I forget how she got injured in the hospital.
Well, the live grenade.
The grenade, thank you.
Yeah.
So
that'll do it. A live grenade will land you in the hospital at least, if not worse.
Zosha's in the hospital, and the 10-year-old doctor's helping her out or whatever. But, so Carol,
Doogie Howser.
Carol does some research, and she decides she's going to inject her on the sly with some truth serum.
Truth serum, yes.
And so she concocts this plan. Says, let's go outside and talk. Puts her in the wheelchair, and in the elevator, she injects through her IV the truth serum. Gets out there and starts asking her how to reverse this. And here's a little clip from that scene.
How do I reverse all this? How do I reverse the joining? No. Zosha, how do I end this thing? You already told me it's possible. No. Yes?
Zosha, tell me what is it some kind of chemical? Some kind of medicine? Zosha, tell me what it is.
Carol, please. Carol, please. Carol, please.
And as they're outside, Zosha's kind of whacked out from the truth serum. All the other joined from the hospital come and converge, and they're all in unison chanting. That was a little creepy, right?
That was very creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could end her, but something. So that's like another part of it. Like, one, she's figuring out little tidbits about them. Like, one, they can't lie.
Yeah.
2, they can't hurt her. Why?
Well, they don't hurt anything. Remember, they don't. Somebody wanted we'll say a steak.
Yeah.
And they said, unless there's already steaks prepared, we can't go butcher a cow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or chicken or something like that. Yeah.
Aren't they going to run out of food for people?
Well, probably not. I mean, they'll probably get them something else. Some California burgers or...
Do the joined humans still have to eat and
Well, that's the thing. The latest
function?
episode, we found out that they really quote, milk. That's all they consume is this milk substance, which, I won't spoil anything there, but it's all of a sudden she finds all of these milk cartons in every recycle bin, tons of them.
Yeah.
then she tracks it down
Yep.
and tune in for the next episode.
This is true. Yeah, I feel like as this goes on, we'll find out more and more about kind of what the nature of this is. You know, kind of what Carol was grasping at. Like, is it a medicine to reverse it? Is it a chemical? Like, what has happened to all these people? And my question is, like, even if she does figure out a way to beat them or reverse it, is that going to bring all those people back?
Good question.
Probably not.
I don't know. It's much like
we've never seen anybody like wake up from this, right?
Well, that sounds like a good episode in the season. So we'll see.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe there's some like, you know, they eat Pop Rocks and all of a sudden they're like back to their normal self.
Right.
For at least temporarily.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find. It's an interesting show. It's fascinating and it's very well done. Again, Vince Gilligan, the man's like one of the best out there.
One of the scenes that was so profound to me that really made me think, and I love it when shows do this, you know, but when Carol was brave enough to get on that airplane with the joined piloting it, like the TGI Fridays waitress is the co-pilot or whatever, like, would you get on an airplane? Would you just trust them that they're going to take you to South America safely?
Like, I guess so. I guess so. My question is, with this whole, everybody shares the same thoughts, knowledge, etc.
Yeah.
What about kids? You know, they've touched on a little bit with the one woman who's not a part of the joint. Her son is in the joint. And she said he cried when Carol drugged Zosha.
Yes.
And that whole situation.
Yeah. Yep.
So they kind of alluded to like, okay, the kids' brains are not fully developed. So you would think there'd be a little difference there in either how they react to things, which, again, they alluded to with him crying. But you think they wouldn't be able to, for instance, do an open heart surgery.
I know, right?
Because their brain's not fully developed.
I don't know.
Unless this alien virus has found a way around that.
Or maybe because it's just shared knowledge, you just get that knowledge. It doesn't matter where you're at, emotionally developed or, you know, brain physical development. You know, it probably just doesn't even matter. You just get that info so you can just do that job.
What would you do if you're in Carol's shoes?
Oh, man.
Now, let's say me, our kids, everybody's like in the hive mind, joined.
You know,
And we're happy. We smile. We want you to be happy all the time.
Man.
Because there's no more that personality of me, your daughters, and your friends. There's no like sharing thoughts, exchanging ideas. You're just sharing with one central command.
So there's a lot of grief there because it's not the same person.
Right.
You know, I'll equate it to when someone has dementia or Alzheimer's. It's like they're still that person, but they're not that person.
Yeah.
Like, you grieve them long before you actually lose them because they're just not them. And so it'd be kind of the same. And I'd want to do probably exactly what she's doing, like investigate how to fix it. I would probably use all the medicine, science, you know, all of that. And I would use them against them. I would, if they are connected with all this knowledge, I would manipulate them to figure it out to tell me. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't have that knowledge and Carol doesn't have that knowledge. She's a writer, you know, she's a novelist. She doesn't have, you know, like, and she was questioning like all these survivors, all these immune people, like, well, are any of them scientists or healthcare people or anything of any sort of expertise? And they aren't. And so, you know, you got to be able to kind of manipulate the hive mind who has that knowledge now to help you solve the problem.
Absolutely. No. And I'm fascinated by the one mom who is not in the joint, but whose son is, who I just mentioned. Yeah. She's fine with it. She wants it to stay that way.
I know.
And I don't quite understand that. Like, I mean, unless her husband was a piece of shit.
I don't know.
And her kids were just nightmares.
I have no idea.
But even then, though.
I know. Like, we haven't gotten into much of those characters yet. You know, I'm sure as it goes on, they probably will, because they'll probably have to work together. Yeah. To accomplish whatever they're trying to accomplish. It'll be interesting how, you only have like a handful of people dictating what happens to the rest of the human population. It's just kind of an interesting idea.
Yeah, it is. It's a very interesting show. Like we said, there's a lot you could do here and a lot you can pull from it and make you think about that sort of thing.
And then every once in a while they pop in that, feeling in that heart about her grief.
Yeah.
And her love for her wife.
Yeah, and it's almost not fair that her wife died when the joining happened.
Yeah.
But before she died, her thoughts, memories, knowledge became a part of the hive. So they know what her now dead wife thought about stuff like her unpublished novel. And, maybe any secrets. So that just doesn't seem fair.
I know, that's a little unfair.
Yeah.
They could also use that against her too,
And they just might.
Yeah.
We shall see. But Pluribus, I think it's a great show.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating. It's definitely worth checking out on Apple TV. Highly recommend it. Mm-hmm. Yes. And real quick, we'll just touch on this Monster, the Ed Gein story on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's from Ryan Murphy, who did American Horror Story.
Okay.
Glee.
Sure.
But it's about Ed Gein, one of the first serial killers documented anyway.
Yeah.
In the U.S., but I don't know. It's very well done, but it's just like, I don't know. Ryan Murphy's he's always like, everything's so sensationalized with Ryan Murphy in his shows. It's always a little bit over the top, which I can appreciate, but also it just gets tiresome.
Yeah.
What I do like about this is it shows how this connects to things like Psycho, Norman Bates, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because those were famously inspired by the Ed Gein story.
Absolutely.
So I like how they bring in like somebody playing Alfred Hitchcock.
I did like that too, that aspect of it and how it influenced those pieces of art. Isn't that crazy? Like a real true story influenced so much art and so much output of creativity in movies and things like that. That's unreal. And changed movies. Like Psycho changed movies.
Yeah. I don't know if I realized that until we were watching this, how Psycho was like the first, I think it was the first movie to feature like, someone getting stabbed to death.
Yeah.
They didn't literally show the knife going inside, but back then that was whoa.
You're right.
And and people were walking out of the theater and vomiting and it's crazy. Yeah. Nowadays it's nothing.
Right. The gorier the better for now horror movies. It's just like, it's almost ridiculousness. Like you watch a horror movie now, you're just like, oh geez, come on. Like, all right.
But like back to Monster, the Ed Gein story. It's on Netflix, by the way.
Yeah.
I think it's good. It's just it's like, I got to be in the mood for it.
Yeah. It's heavy and it's dark and it's, I don't know, like, it's hard because you're like, somebody did these things. Someone actually did these things, but then also you're like, but this is someone's interpretation of, I think they have taken some liberties and kind of expanded things a little bit, embellished a little bit, if you will. I don't know. But I wish it were more historically factual, true to the story, a little bit, I guess.
I like how it's kind of touching on, parental stuff and, mommy issues and, nature versus nurture, because according to this, his mom was a piece of shit.
Well, and
overbearing in certain aspects.
And how did they get that? Is that his, his interviews about his upbringing?
I would assume.
Is that other accounts or stories from historical record of some sort? Like,
I don't know.
Are they taking liberties with what they assume his mom and his childhood was like? I don't know. Like,
my guess is it was so long ago and there's been so much research and books written about it that there's probably some accuracy there. Mm-hmm. I don't think people are speculating on a lot of that. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they're going to take some embellishments for dramatic purposes.
Yes.
But my guess is a lot of that is probably rooted in facts and truth. If, I don't know the Ed Gein story, so I'm just assuming.
Just makes you wonder that whole nature versus nurture. Like if someone like that had a decent upbringing, would they have still
supportive parents?
Yeah, would they have still done the things that they did? I don't think so. I think it's no.
I don't know. Do you like the show?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Again, I gotta kind of be in the mood for it,
Right.
because it's so kind of heavy and dark. You know, it's not uplifting and lighthearted.
No,
you
it's
know,
not.
there are times though that I actually did kind of feel sad for Ed. You know, and
Right.
You kind of have a soft spot for him, like, oh, poor guy, like, you know, he just so weird and out there, and he just wanted to be loved and accepted by anybody, including his mother, and he wasn't, and just you almost feel bad for him.
Right, almost
though. Almost.
Because he kills his brother and digs up bodies.
And then there's that. So they do a good job of like balancing that, you know, and you can see almost like where he almost and I don't know if this is true in real life, but probably, because this is probably how he got the trust of his victims. But, you know, he almost truly cares about people. Like when he's sitting in the diner with that woman who works in the store, and she's kind of crying and telling her whole sob story, and then they're kind of like flirting, messing around, you know, you almost feel like he genuinely cares about this person. And then he goes and murders her. Yes, I got that part too. Yeah. But the show does a good job of drawing you in there to that place where you can be like, oh, look at him.
Poor Ed.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much of that is a testament to Charlie Hunman.
Yeah.
And his performance. I think he's doing a pretty good job.
I do too.
And, you know, he's got a little bit of prosthetic stuff on his face. But for overall, you know, he's light years away from his Sons of Anarchy role.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's no swagger to this character. He's like a kind of a beat down, kind of awkward weirdo.
Well, and it's interesting because he chooses as an actor to kind of do his voice kind of light, ethereal, kind of real,
kind of like this,
real timid and shy and quiet mouse kind of vibe. Yeah.
So,
but it's somebody, but it's like it's that persona, you know. He's well dressed, he's kind of polished, he has this kind of soft spoken nature where he seems like he wouldn't harm a fly. And then there's this whole other brutality part to him that you see on the flip side of that coin. It is just kind of fascinating. You almost don't want to look away.
Right. No, he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
And the show's not bad. But again, it's just something I got to be in the mood for.
Yes.
As long as Pluribus is around, I probably won't be in the mood for it. That's going to do it for us.
Yeah.
On this Married with Channels podcast.
Yeah.
A couple talking movies, TV shows.
Some of them I sleep through, some of them I don't.
So make sure you follow us on the Twitters, Married W Chans, 2 N's. And set up a Blue Sky account for that. Hopefully soon.
Share, tell your friends.
Absolutely. Until next episode, my name is Moose.
And I'm Jody.
We'll see ya.